I feel like the entire track up to this point built up and culminated into this part. The focus is no longer on the monster but on the hunter. Hey music friends, this is Davi Vasc. I'm a music composer for games, and there's a new update out for Monster Hunter Rise, and with that of course comes some new music. So today we're going to listen to and talk about the new theme for Chameleos. There's a lot of people saying very good things about this one, and apparently it's a little bit different than it was in previous games. So we're gonna listen to it. Let's go! Alright, strong start, very impactful notes. I noticed that a lot of these Monster Hunter battle themes tend to start with these attack notes. Attack notes are just these short, impactful notes like pum, pum. These kind of notes are very good to translate that sensation of seeing the monster for the first time. It's a feeling, you know, of surprise, of impact. So, very nice. Can you guys hear how cartoony this sounds for a Monster Hunter battle theme? This part right here. This combo of pizzicato strings, pizzicato means that the string players are plucking the strings with their finger instead of using the bow. That together with the xylophone, which is one of those wooden chromatic percussion instruments, this is such a cartoony combo, and it's such a great fit for Chameleos because he's a mischievous little guy. He's always doing goofy stuff. He's like disappearing all the time and stealing your stuff and doing all sorts of goofy poses. So it's really cool that they include this aspect of his personality in the theme. Alright, this part sounds very Japanese, and they're introducing here what I believe to be a shakuhachi, which is a Japanese kind of flute. And you can hear that the chords here are a bit more serious. The song is not as cartoony as it was in the beginning. In the beginning they were introducing the monster and giving you that aspect of surprise of meeting the monster. And then they kind of showed a little bit of the personality of the monster, and now they're kind of transitioning into the more dangerous and tense aspect of the battle. You can see that they're building up to a climax here. Let's see where this goes. Nice. Very tense, very rhythmic, very paced. One cool thing that I noticed here, let me see. Did you hear that sound? Does it sound like on the left speaker? It sounds like someone running their fingers through the strings of a stringed instrument, maybe a shamisen, which is like a Japanese guitar. It's really cool when they use sound design techniques like this. Sometimes we listen to a track like this and we think, well, it's just an orchestral track. But there's a lot more going on in a track like this, sound design wise, so that's really cool. Alright, so they're building up to something here. It's getting more intense. Very nice. Yeah, as always, the use of vocals in the Monster Hunter Rise soundtrack is just impeccable. It's so cool how in this part they seem to be uniting two previous aspects of this track together. One aspect is the goofy personality of Chameleos that we've seen in the beginning, and the other aspect is the danger side of Chameleos, the Elder Dragon side of Chameleos. So in this part you see them putting together extremely tense chords. Listen to how tense these chords are, check this out. And on top of these extremely tense chords, they're still using the goofy xylophone. Check this out. Did you hear? This creates a very interesting contrast between, you know, danger and tension and cartoony goofiness, and that goes very well with Chameleos' personality. The use of tempo in this part here is amazing. There's a thing in music called measure, and measure is the number we use to measure the rhythm of a song. So what he's doing here in the Chameleos theme is he's constantly shifting the number of beats in the measure to give the song a sensation of that something that's constantly shifting, a battle, you know, with lots of ups and downs and lots of surprises. Every time the tempo changes, the measure changes, your brain kind of resets and gives you that surprise. I'll show you what I mean. So this is a 4-beat meter, check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But he keeps changing this number all the time, you'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is some very masterful use of measure here, and kind of difficult to pull off too. If you don't know what you're doing and you try to pull off something like this, it usually ends up sounding like garbage, so very impressive. Alright, so a little bit of a shift in mood here, sounds a little bit more positive. Oh my god, sounds so heroic. I feel like the entire track up to this point built up and culminated into this part. You know, all those other parts where they were focusing on the danger and on the tension and on Chameleos itself culminated into this, which now sounds like the focus is no longer on the monster, but the focus is on the hunter, you know, on the bravery, on the heroism. Listen to how heroic these chords sound. I have another video just like this one about the Kamura village theme. I go through the theme and talk about it just like I did in this video, so I bet you'll enjoy watching that if you've watched this one up until this point. And I also got a bunch of Monster Hunter Rise covers over here if you're into that, so whatever you choose, I'll be waiting for you there on that next video, so I'll see you there.